Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Sunday, May 14, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money, and if you are interested in props and parlay picks, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link to our Patreon and to our new channel in the description and comments section below. Cincinnati Reds vs Miami Marlins. Cincinnati is performing better at the plate than on the mound, but the Reds could use improvement nonetheless. Cincinnati is 14th in team batting average at .246, 15th in on-base percentage with .321, and drops to 25th in slugging percentage at .378. The Reds have scored 164 runs, which is 21st. Spencer Steer has hit a team-best 5 home runs, and Jake Fraley is second with 4 homers. Fraley is the leader in RBI with 24, and TJ Friedl is second with 18 RBI. Cincinnati has 10 players with 10 RBI or more. The Reds have hit 59 doubles, 7 triples and 31 home runs in 38 games. Miami has a team batting average of .245, which is 15th in baseball, but drops to 24th in slugging percentage at .379 and 26th in on-base percentage at .300. Miami has scored 133 runs, which is next to last in baseball. Jorge Soler is off to a strong start for Miami with 9 doubles, a team-best 9 home runs and a team-high 20 RBI. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is second in both home runs and RBI with 6 and 15 respectively. Miami has only 6 players with 10 or more RBI. The Marlins have hit 59 doubles, 6 triples and 35 home runs in 39 games. Cincinnati Reds starting pitcher Luke Weaver has pitched poorly in each of his 4 starts, allowing 25 hits and 18 runs in only 23 innings. Weaver has given up 8 home runs in his 4 starts, including 3 home runs allowed last Tuesday versus the New York Mets. Cincinnati's pitching staff is 26th in ERA at 4.93 and are allowing opposing hitters to average .274 at the plate, which is next to last in baseball. Miami starting pitcher Braxton Garrett has allowed 1 earned run or less in 3 of his last 5 starts, with Miami winning each of those 3 versus Atlanta, Cleveland and Arizona. Cincinnati has lost 9 of its last 12 played on the road against a team that has a losing record, and the Reds have lost 35 of the last 51 overall on the road. Cincinnati struggles against teams from the National League East, losing 19 of the last 28, while Miami plays well against teams from the National League Central, winning 6 of the last 8. Our team pick is Miami Marlins. Miami has struggled on the mound with a team ERA of 4.59, which is 20th, and a whip of 1.38, which is 23rd. Miami's starting rotation has only 9 quality starts, which is 23rd in baseball, and the pitching staff is allowing opposing hitters to average .257, which is 21st. Edward Cabrera is the leader in strikeouts with 49, and Jesus Luzardo has a team-best 3 wins. Miami will hand the ball to Braxton Garrett on Sunday. This season the left-hander 1-2 with an ERA of 5.97 and 28 strikeouts. Our total pick is over. Seattle Mariners vs Detroit Tigers. The Seattle Mariners came into the season hoping to be contenders in the American League. Although the Mariners may end the season, the product on the field has been mediocre so far. Fortunately, the Mariners have picked up some momentum lately, winning 8 of their last 11 games heading into Saturday. Detroit has not had a winning season since going 86-75 in 2016 and has not reached the postseason since going 90-72 and winning the AL Central in 2014. After getting off to a 10-17 start, it looked like here we go again in Detroit for 2023 already. The Tigers have since won 7 of 10 games and have been a profitable team for moneyline sports bettors this season, as all 17 of their wins have come as an underdog and none of their losses have come as a favorite. The defense has been the key to the Tigers pulling off so many upsets this year, with the club rated 3rd with 18 runs saved. Both teams came into this series playing well, but the Mariners have had the Tigers' number for a while. Seattle has won 7 of the last 8 head-to-head meetings against Detroit after Friday's 7-run victory. Of those last 7 Seattle wins against the Tigers, 5 have been by at least 2 runs. With Logan Gilbert on the mound, the Mariners have a strong edge again, as it's harder to trust Joey Wentz in this spot. The Mariners also have the better offense, despite underperforming at times this season. I will ride with Seattle to keep rolling in their head-to-head matchup against Detroit here. Our team pick is Seattle Mariners minus 1.5 runs. Detroit has been horrible from the plate through the first month and a half of play. They hold the lowest on-base percentage in the majors and have scored the 3rd fewest runs per game. They have stayed afloat with above-average pitching, and I expect Wentz to deliver a nice game here at home. With that said, this will be a low-scoring game considering the struggles both teams are having at the plate. The total number has gone under in 4 of Seattle's last 6 games facing American League opponents. Look for both pitchers to have a good game and deliver 5+ strong innings and this game to go under. Chicago Cubs vs Minnesota Twins. Chicago earned a series opening win on Friday evening, rallying in the 7th inning en route to a 6-2 victory. The Cubbies are on a 9-game road trip that will take them from Minnesota to Houston and Philadelphia. The Cubs score 4.97 runs per contest, 9th, and hit .270, 3rd, with a .775 ops, 5th. They've recorded 46 homers, 11th, and 35 stolen bases, 6th this season. LF Ian Happ leads the club in batting average, .311, and OBP, .430, and 3B Patrick Wisdom paces the team in home runs, 12, and RBI, 23. The Chi-Town pitching staff has posted a 3.38 ERA, 5th, and a 1.14 WHIP, 3rd, with 20 quality starts, 1st. Minnesota leads the AL Central, but just 3.5 games separate them from both Detroit and Cleveland. Did the Twins get off to a hot start, or are they the team to beat in the long run? Mini averages 4.21 runs per game, 22nd, and hits .218, 30th, with a .679 ops, 24th. It's hit 47 homers, 10th, and stolen 10 bases, 30th this season. LF Trevor Larnach leads the club in batting average, .221, and OBP, .331, and DH Byron Buxton paces the squad in home runs, 8, and RBI, 19. The Twins pitching staff has posted a 3.36 ERA, 3rd, and a 1.14 WHIP, 2nd, with 19 quality starts, 2nd, in 2023. I'm placing a wager on the Cubs to win at even odds on Sunday afternoon. Chicago is 12-3 in its last 15 versus a team with a winning record and 4-0 in their last 4 interleague games versus a team with a winning record. The Twins are 6-20 in their last 26 games versus a starter with a WHIP of less than 1.15 and 0-5 in the last 5 meetings with the Cubs in Minnesota. Varland is inexperienced, 8 career starts, and prone to the long ball, surrendering 4 homers in 3 starts. I'm not confident he can go toe-to-toe with the veteran Stroman tomorrow. The Twins are hitting .222 with a .304 OBP against right-handers, and their day-game splits aren't great. Stroman hasn't lacked confidence this season, and he's been dependable for at least 6 innings in nearly all of his outings. Chicago's bullpen has the lowest ERA, 3.42, and WHIP, 1.11 in the NL, with the fewest HR allowed, and 142 KS, as well. Our team pick is Cubs money line. And our total pick is over. Houston Astros vs Chicago White Sox. The Astros will have Hunter Brown on the mound on Sunday. Brown is looking to rebound from his worst outing of the season, conceding 4 runs on 9 hits in 4.1 innings against the Angels, and was able to escape with a no decision. The young right-hander has been inconsistent at times, but is carrying a solid 3.23 ERA and a 1.31 WHIP, complemented by a 3-1 record in 39 innings pitched. Brown has only allowed 1 home run this season. Houston is concluding a long 9-game road trip in this one. They haven't quite been at their best, losing 2 of 3 to the Mariners and rebounded by winning 2 of 3 against the Angels prior to this series. The Bats have been kept in check, scoring 4 or fewer runs in 3 of their last 4 decisions entering Saturday. Lucas Giolito will get the call on Sunday. Giolito looked good last time out, holding the Royals to only 2 runs in 6 innings and was awarded the win to even his record at 2-2. The veteran has been steady, limiting his opponent to 2 or fewer runs in 3 consecutive outings, and has compiled a solid 3.59 ERA and a 1.11 WHIP in 47.2 innings pitched. The right-hander has struggled in his career against the Astros, posting a poor 5.94 ERA and a 2-5 record in 47 career innings. Chicago was expected to contend atop the division, but had a disastrous 10-game losing streak in April, and it's going to be tough to recover. They dropped 3 of 4 meetings with the Royals this week and have only won 2 series all season, occurring against the Twins and Reds. Chicago is 4-6 in their last 10 games entering Saturday. The Houston Astros have not been at their best yet this season. They are playing the last game of a challenging 9-game road trek. They have only won 3 of their last 9 games after a 3-1 loss on Saturday. The White Sox are playing better after that ugly losing streak last month, and this starting pitching matchup favors the home team. Furthermore, Astros starter Hunter Brown has not been sharp, conceding 6 runs in his last 2 starts, spanning only 8.2 innings. He has issued 6 walks in that span. Lucas Giolito has been Chicago's most reliable starter this season. He has limited his opponent to 2 or fewer runs in 3 consecutive performances and is sporting a minuscule 1.37 ERA at home. Our team pick is Chicago White Sox. I like the over in this game despite this being a fairly decent pitching matchup. Chicago is averaging nearly 5 runs per game during the day and has gone over the total in 6 of the last 9 games. The Astros should be able to push across enough runs to get this game past the total. The Astros have gone over the total in 4 of their last 7 games. They are averaging over 4.5 runs per game during the day this year as well. Take the over. Kansas City Royals vs Milwaukee Brewers. The Kansas City Royals hit the road after a respectable 5-5 homestand, respectable considering the team had only won one of their first 12 games at home. The Royals ended the homestand strong with wins in 4 of the final 5 games at Kauffman Stadium. On Friday night, the Royals dropped the opener of the road trip 5-1 to the Brewers. On Saturday night, Greinke gave the Royals a chance with 5 solid innings and just 2 earned runs. The Royals briefly held a 3-2 lead before the Brewers tied it in the 6th and won the game with walk-off sacrifice fly in the 9th. The Milwaukee Brewers are back on top in the NL Central Division, taking advantage of the hard times that have hit the previous division leader, Pittsburgh. The Brewers have won 3 of their last 5 games after dropping 6 in a row. On Friday night, the Brewers topped the Royals 5-1 behind another strong outing from ace Corbin Burnes. In Game 2 on Saturday night, the Brewers made it 2 straight over KC with a come-from-behind 4-3 win. Christian Yelich hit 2 home runs, and Joey Wiemer drove in the game-winning run with a sacrifice fly in the 9th inning. Sometimes a mismatch on paper is indeed a mismatch. The Royals sent Lyles to the hill in the series finale without a win on the season and an ERA of over 8 runs on the road. He has also coughed up 5 home runs on the road and faces a Milwaukee team that has belted 28 home runs in just 19 home games this season. Meanwhile, the Brewers will counter with Peralta, who is 4-1 at home and has an ERA of just 2.13 at home as well. Look for the Brewers to roll to another win on Sunday behind power hitting and quality starting pitching. Take Milwaukee with the run line. Combined, these teams put up just 6 runs in the series opener. The Royals were unable to pull their weight against Corbin Burnes, and therefore they fell under the 8.5 total that was on that game. The total was a bit higher in the next 2 matchups because of the pitching at hand. Lyles lets up runs by the bunch, and Milwaukee will pick him off for some, no doubt. Again, the Royals' offense is not trustworthy enough to cover their side of the deal. Going into Saturday, the under was 5-0 in the last 5 meetings in Milwaukee and 28 in the last 28 meetings overall. Take the under.